When you're on the go,
Hi, I'm Taylor Storley. Welcome to the broadcast. We're about to get underway in just a few minutes. Dunn Field absolutely loving that rendition of the national anthem from our very own Eric Charnetsky. Hello, I'm Taylor Storthy. Welcome to tonight's game between the Elmira Pioneers and Oneonta Outlaws. It should be an exciting one. The 14 and 15 Outlaws look to improve to 500, while the Pioneers look to get out of a 2-game losing skid. We'll be ready to go in just a second. I'll tell you how the Pios line up on defense. Zeev Gar is going to take the start tonight. For the Pios, Brody Bartenstein forms the battery as the catcher. From third to first in the infield, we've got Joe Muzio, Lucas Phelps, Max Mandler, and Bobby Marsh. Out in left field tonight is Zach Odom, Alec Lucini in center field, and in right field, Cooper Smith. Frank Wayman and Logan Scheider are the DH and EH. Pios known number 32 is going to be on the mound. And we're excited here for Zeev Bump Day. The Pios currently trail the Double Days by a few games and would like to get started on that comeback here. The playoff race is heating up for the Pios as we enter the month of July. And going 5-5 through the last 10, the same record as the Oneonta Outlaws, both teams will want to get a win here to help their playoff chances. This is Gar's second start this season. He's pitched 14 innings. He's got 6 strikeouts compared to 6 walks. And now we're ready to go. The first 3 due up for the Oneonta Outlaws: Deso, Boone, and Broderick. The Pios enter this game with a .230 batting average, 5.40 ERA. The Outlaws have a .241 average and 4.90 ERA. So just a little bit better in those categories. But let's see if the Pios can take another win tonight. Outside, ball 1. This inning sponsor is Hilliard. That one also outside, ball 2. Gar finds that one, and it goes over the zone. It says dropped by Bartenstein. Deso picks it up and throws it back. He's hitting .284 this season, alongside a .704 OPS. The count's now 3-1 for Deso. Here's the 3-1. This one's going to be lined for a base hit down the right field line. It'll drop over to Cooper Smith. He'll pick it up, and the runner stays at first. Runner on first, that'll bring up Boone. This season, Boone has the most walks for the Oneonta Outlaws and the highest OBP on the team. 522 alongside 25 walks and 63 at-bats. So that's something definitely to be watched out for. He's got a very good eye. Inside, ball 1. I'll say most players could probably have spotted that pitch, but still good to see nonetheless. 1-0 here from Zeev. That one's going to be popped up. Phelps looking to get under it in the infield. 1 away. 7:20 p.m., a slightly delayed start tonight because we had a couple pregame events. For instance, a fun fashion show, members of the community voting a great cause. And of course, we also had Charnetsky doing the national anthem. Great to see that. One away, and that'll bring up Broderick. Dylan Broderick is hitting a 992 OPS. He leads the Outlaws. Broderick has 3 home runs this season. The Outlaws have 4 in total. Of course, the Pios playing a lot of their games here at the cavernous Dunn Field. They don't have a home run yet this season. Count now 1-0. An interesting difference for the Pios and Outlaws. The Outlaws only have 2 above 300 hitters. The Pios actually entered this game with 4 300 and above hitters. The depth when it comes to the hitting for the Outlaws is a bit closer than the Pios, but the Pios do have a core set of 7 or 8 guys who can really get on base often. And that is something that should help them. Meanwhile, the Outlaws have a pretty much balanced order of hitters. The 2-1's going to be grounded over to first. Marsh can't hold on to it. He's just going to step on the bag and keep it for the second out of the inning. 2 away as that'll send Disso to second. Keegan up now. He's got a runner in scoring position with 2 away. That one just inside, ball 1. Zeeves recovered well after surrendering that early base runner. It's now 1-0 to Keegan. That one's going to be lined over to left field, picked up by Odom. Runner is going to be going home, throwing to Muzio. He's not going to be able to pick it up. It'll be an RBI single, and Anianta takes a 1-run lead. Disso running from second makes it all the way around. Not the start the Pios would have wanted. They took a tough loss last night, 7-6, and once again had the tying run on third, just 90 feet from home, but weren't able to convert. 2 away, first pitch taken, strike 1. Oh, 1 here. Swing and a miss, strike 2, so 2 outs now, and 2 strikes here in the top of the first. Can Zeev get out of the inning? High, ball 2. So 1-2 count here. That one's popped up, and that should do it. Phelps getting under it. And it'll end the inning. 1 run scores on 2 hits. 1 will be left aboard with no errors. More Pios baseball coming up right after this message from our sponsor.
Owned and operated since 1905. At the Hilliard Corporation, we've proven ourselves time and time again as the leading industrial manufacturer in the Elmira and Southern Tier region. We make the products you need with the quality you and your business deserve. Industrial clutches and brakes, drivetrain products, filtration equipment, engine starters, braking systems. We engineer, manufacture, and distribute them. All of the products we manufacture are designed right here, so we truly know the products we provide for you, inside and out. On top of being an industrial manufacturer, at the Hilliard Corporation, we also serve as a weld shop and machine shop. We specialize in creating custom parts and pieces to fit particular and uncommon applications. The secondary location is the home of the drivetrain division, where products for Polaris and other vehicle manufacturers are made. This is a high-volume, celled manufacturing plant that produces thousands of parts daily. Over time, Hilliard's product line has diversified, but our company has stayed true to our Elmira roots. Today, Hilliard maintains its original location while continually expanding its motion control and filtration product lines in the Elmira area. Hilliard designs and manufactures for companies around the globe, occupying more than 500,000 square feet and employing about 500 people. Taking pride in serving the Elmira community for over a century, the Hilliard Corporation.
Bottom of the first here, more Pios baseball underway. Coombs takes the mound. Bottom of the first. We'll tell you the three Pios due up this half of the inning. Max Mandler, Cooper Smith, and Bobby Marsh. Here's the first pitch from Mandler. He's going to foul that one away. Strike one. Christian Coombs is going to get the start tonight. He's pitched in 5 games and started in 2. Throughout 20 innings, he carries a .261 ERA. 0-1 now for Mandler. Outside, ball 1. And strike 1, or 2. Mandler down early in the count. Currently has his second best on-base percentage and the second best OPS on the team at .804. He's hitting .306. 2-2 now. The Pios have recently started to score earlier in their games and get the offense going. Have to see if the Pios can equalize and keep that trend going here. That one's going to be grounded up the middle, takes a good hop off the mound, and gets to center field. Mandler looked like he was looking to extend to second, but slips, so will stay at 1. A leadoff single for the Pios will help out, as that is going to bring up Cooper Smith to the plate. Smith, Marsh, Wayman, Muzio, Phelps, Odom, Lucini, Scheider, and Bartenstein is the rest of the order for the Pios. Coombs on the mound. In the infield, over at third, we've got Jelani Hamer, Boone, Deso, and Keegan at first. Left field, Polinsky, picking up the ball and throwing it in with Sauceville in center, and in right field, Broderick. That first pitch is now taken for ball number 1. One and one. Coombs, a lefty, generally has a platoon advantage against Pio lefty hitters. Except the fact that Pio's hitters hit .255 against lefties compared to .219 against righties. So that actually gives an advantage for the Pios. This counts now 2-1. On deck, a string of 3 lefties in a row after Cooper Smith. I wonder how they'll deal with the lefty here from Oneonta. It's now 3-1 to Cooper Smith. He's going to get ahead early in the count. Ball 4. Cooper Smith is able to draw a walk and get on base. So the Pios will keep their good start going with now a runner in scoring position. Bobby Marsh now up. And Marsh continues to improve as the seasons progress. He's now at a 280 average and an 809 OPS. And actually, he is second behind Frank Wayman, 5 points ahead of the man on second, Max Mandler. So Marsh really picking it up down the stretch. He's still doing well for the start of the season, but has gotten even more consistent and has had some big games as of late. Someone the Pios always trust when it comes to big performances. And let's see what the Penn State commit can do here. 0-1 now to Marsh. Outside, as it gets away, runners are going to go. Hamer can't get the tag in time, and Mandler is safe at third. 1-1 count, both runners able to advance on that one. So it's a close play there, as it was gathered pretty quickly by Hutter, threw it to Jelani Hammer. Just couldn't get the tag off in time. And up, we're going to need a break in play. The third base has come out again. These bases never stay in, and a lot of the issues come at second and third. So we'll be back very quickly while they fix it. 2 runners on and a 1-1 count for Bobby Marsh.
With Chemung Canal's mobile banking services, you can get back to doing what you love most faster. At Chemung Canal, you chart your course and we'll help you get there. Chemung Canal Trust Company, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
We're back now. Marshall fouled that one away. The count goes 1-2. So they got third base fixed. So Marshall going to keep his at-bat alive. See Frank Wayman over there getting that foul ball on deck. Coombs to Marsh. Outside, ball 2. Marsh leads the team in strikeouts, but interestingly, he also leads the team in walks and is tied in a 3-way tie for most free bases. Marsh able to foul that one away, keeping alive. And he actually mentioned before, Marsh still in the hunt to have the most at-bats for the Pios. 3 behind Joe Muzio, who's batting 5th. That one high to Marsh, and the count now full. Full count here for Marsh. He'd love to get those bases loaded with no one out. Said that one's foul away as he checked up. The Pios have been looking just get back into it. Swing and a miss. He's going to go down after a long battle on strikes. One away for the Pios as that brings up Frank Wayman. Wayman's got 2 in scoring position, just 1 away. Swing and a miss. That one drops. So Mandler's going to rush on home. That throw gets away from the pitcher. Second run going to be running home. And the Pios on that dropped strike are going to score 2 runs. They take the lead of the game here in the bottom of the first inning. They'll also, I believe, credit an error on that play for the second run. But the Pios, without the need for Frank Wayman to put the ball in play, have taken the lead. Great news for Pios. And Wayman still is the at-bat 0-1. That one's high, ball 1. The risk to go home paid off as the throw back to the pitcher from the catcher just went wild. Count now 1-2. That one's going to be grounded over to first. Wayman, however, beats the throw. Good speed on the base path by Wayman. He'll get aboard with 1 away. Now up, Joe Muzio. He's going to take strike 1 in that outside corner. Muzio only had a chance to bat once yesterday, but did come up with an RBI and a ground out. The reason he was because he was challenging Bobby Marsh's call, and the umpire decided to eject him for it. My theory is that the umpire last night was still a little bit shaken from having a squirrel run up his leg earlier. That actually did happen before the game, so interesting to see. Either way, Muzio's hit that one to the outfield and gets on with a single. 2 runners in scoring position now for Lucas Phelps. Or 1 on, 1 in scoring position. Muzio just at first. But again, we've seen that one pitch can put those runners in scoring position. Or just a hit from Phelps, who's recently gone on a hitting streak and now has a .255 average. Phelps swings and misses on that first pitch, strike 1. So all the balls that have gone into play for the Pios have led to base hits. They've got 3 so far. The only out they got was on that Bobby Marsh strikeout. And even that was a full count. Good to get the pitches on Coombs early. Strike 2 taken there up high. That was a borderline one. I think it just tagged the outside corner. Zach Odom on deck. That one's low, ball 1. One, 2 here. Outside, ball 2. Good take there from Phelps. Fouled away. Count stays at 2-2. Two for Phelps. Fouls that one away again. So he's still got a 2-2 count. That time it's taken 3-2 now. So Phelps has also worked the full count. Cooper Smith had gone it on with a walk earlier. And right now we're going to see a conference between Coombs and his catcher. But Phelps is doing a good job to extend the at-bat. And also so far, when it comes to on-base percentage, he's got a .397 on the year. He's been on base with a free pass 13 times. So he's doing a good job here. And even if he's going to get out, Pios already have 2 runs, and they're bringing up Coombs' pitch count. That could get him to the bullpen sooner. Runner goes on the 3-2. Bases are loaded with 1 away. And now there's going to be a conference, and I imagine we might see someone begin to warm up. They won't just yet. And Zach Odom will now get bases loaded. I'll say this is a start the Pioneers certainly wanted. Even though Zivgar has also had some very solid outings in the bullpen and appearances this season, I know he'll very much enjoy having some run support. Something that we've always joked that Mike Sokol basically gets none of. So now Zach Odom on right here. He's really worked his way into the lineup as an outfielder for the Pios as he fouls that one back 0-1. Now the count 0-2 to Odom. And I know Coombs, I think, after that conference with his manager, starting to settle back in. He really needs to get that second out here. Infield at a normal depth. A double play would also end it. Odom also wasn't want to ground out into one. He keeps alive now on the at-bat, fouling that one off. 0-2. Again, Odom fouls that one off, keeping alive in the at-bat. One and two now, as Odom won't go for the bait pitch. Swing and a miss. He'll finally go down. Another pretty long at bat, but it'll end in strikes. Lucchini steps up now with bases loaded. 2 away this time. Here's Lucchini. That one, he swings on, I think, what was a foul pitch. Would have maybe hit him if not. So it's going to be an 0-1 count. Lucchini just around the Mendoza line so far. He's got 3 RBIs in 10 games. Doesn't always get hits, but when he does, that usually brings runs home. Out of 6 hits this season, 3 of them have brought RBIs home. Lucchini just needs an extra second and he'll be ready to go. Lucchini right behind Joel Osofsky for the most stolen bases without getting caught this season at 5. Swing and a miss, 0-2 now. Pios did take the lead here, but I know they will not want to strand bases loaded in a spot like this. Of course, they were checking on Lucchini, and he will be replaced with a pinch hitter. Hopefully, Lucchini is okay. But he will have to be pulled right here. Team trainer Kennedy is going to be checking on him, double checking. And Jerome's going to talk with the umpire. See, I think, whoever he's going to be putting in as a pinch hitter, or whether Lucchini will be able to clear to return. We'll have to wait and see. But just for now, let's head to a quick commercial break while they do so.
With Chemung Canal's mobile banking services, you can get back to doing what you love most faster. At Chemung Canal, you chart your course and we'll help you get there. Chemung Canal Trust Company, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Eric Charnetsky, he's now in as a pinch hitter. He's going to be inheriting that 0-2 count from Lucini. Hopefully, Lucini will be okay for future games, but for now, he'll be able to rest up. Charnetsky now ready to go. That one outside, ball 1. Charnetsky is the man who leads the team in on-base percentage, and because he has a over 500 on-base percentage this season, he also leads the team in OPS, but he won't improve it there as he swings and misses for strike 3. Coombs strikes out the side, but not before surrendering 2 runs on 3 hits, although the Pios did leave the bases loaded. They do lead 2-1. We'll be back with the second inning right after this message from our sponsor.
When you're on the go, your bank should go with you. You need to change the way you money. With Chemung Canal Trust Company, you can take control of your money your way. Whether you're multitasking from your home office, killing time at your kids' soccer practice, or jet-setting around the globe, now you can manage your money right from the palm of your hand. Change the way you money with Chemung Canal Trust Company. Chemung Canal Trust Company. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
We're now ready to get underway, top of the second inning. Zeev Gar back on the mound for the Pios. Jelani Hammer, he's going to lead off. Oof. That one high and outside, slipped away from Zeev Gar, 1-0. And Gar struggling with some control here on the mechanics to start this inning against Jelani. 2-0. Zeev locates that one. It is going to be called a strike. Might have been a little inside, but 2-1. Jelani Hammer, Avon Old Farms alum. Avon Old Farms being a very prestigious high school that has developed a lot of sporting talent over the years. From NBA draftees like Philippe Petrusev, who's currently with the Sixers organization and did very well in the EuroLeague last year, and NHL talents. One talent it didn't develop is the lightning arm of Joe Muzio, as he is going to throw out Hamer from third. 1 away now in the top of the second. And tough for Jelani. He was there at first, but just by a step, he's going to be out. 1 away. Avon Old Farms was also the high school I went to up in Avon, Connecticut. It's always fun to see a fellow alum here at the Diamond. That'll now bring up Derigi, who's the extra hitter tonight, as the second batter of the inning. That one popped up in foul territory, but it is going to go way foul and off the visiting dugout. 0-1. Chemung Canal Trust Company, who we've already seen a couple of commercials for, is the inning sponsor of the Pioneers. That one outside, 1-1. That one's popped up and should be playable. Muzio tracking it in foul territory. He picks it up and 2 away now. So Zeev settling down after those first 2 pitches have gone a little wild. And he's now got 2 straight outs. It's going to bring up Holdup, the DH. Andrew Holdup this season, a little under the Mendoza line. He's got 1 RBI in 21 at-bats. Strike 1. One and one. Inside, 2-1. Three and one now. Back during his college season, he was able to pitch a complete game, so we do know he has a bit of stamina. Good framing from Bartenstein as the count goes full. And I will say for both teams today, the pitchers have had a little nicer established strike zone to work with. Ball 4 now, and that'll let Holub get on board. The catcher, Hutter, is now going to come up. 1 on, 2 away. Inside, ball 1 to Hutter. One and one. Cigar back even in the count. Just outside, ball 2. Fouled away, 2-2. Three and 2 now. So full count here with 2 away. Runner goes. That one's going to be grounded and stays fair just on the line. Wait. No, it was called foul. I got confused. And I'm going to be honest, I shouldn't be trying to support Anianta, but I do think that was probably fair. It was just right on the line. Whether it moved a little bit early, it's a close call. But unfortunately for Hutter and Anianta, it's got to go again. 3-2. And Zeev just stepping off to think it over. That would have been huge for Anianta and likely would have got their runners to third and second. Or even 1 home to tie the game. Now it's just going to be ball 4. We'll bring up Sausville with 2 away. Tossville's going to ground that over to first, picked up by Mandler, and that will end the inning. 2 runners are stranded off those 2 walks. The Pios still lead 2-1 as we enter the bottom of the second. More Pios baseball right after this word from our sponsor.
For more than a century, you've counted on Arnett Health. Counted on us to heal you, support you, encourage you, get you back on your feet. And for more than a century, Arnett has counted on you too. You're our community, our purpose, our passion. You're the reason we do what we do. Because giving our patients the best of ourselves is just who we are. Looking forward while embracing our legacy. Staying on the cutting edge while staying connected to our patients. Focusing on state-of-the-art procedures and the most effective care. At Arnett, we're nurses, doctors, and teams of other caregivers inspired by healing. We know your physical, emotional, and spiritual health are each part of the whole of you. To continue a tradition of medicine driven by compassion, teaching, and healing. That's why we're here. It's who we are. It's what we do.
Scheider leads off for the Pioneers. Him, Bartenstein, and Mandler are the 3 due up. Scheider enters this game with a 176 average. Looking to get things going here. 1-0, just a little bit high. One and one. That one does get away from Hutter, but still a strike. Foul back, 1-2 now. Two and two now. Coombs, by the way, he's now at 41 strikeouts this season. He's one of the league leaders in that category. Only 10 walks as well, having a good ratio. Although tonight, he's had 3 strikeouts compared to 2 walks. This next pitch could determine whether that's 3 and 3 or 4 and 2. 4 and 2 as Scheider goes down looking. One away here in the bottom of the second. Hey Cam, welcome back. We're facing Oneonta now. You mentioned Oneonta had done well last night against Batavia. Now looking to do the same here in Elmira. Brody Bartenstein ready to go now.
Number 31, the catcher, Brody Bartenstein.
0-1. Swing and a miss. 0-2 now for Bartenstein. Bartenstein's been great as a defensive catcher for the Pios. He's got 1 hit and 1 RBI this season. Can't get another here. He goes down swinging. That's the 5th strikeout of the game for Coombs, by the way. 2-way here in the bottom of the second. Nice. Just kind of a flip-flop since we had faced Auburn last night as well. He'll be a tough opponent for you guys. Of course, Pioneers are headed to Jamestown tomorrow, but tonight, still finishing up here at Dunn Field against the Outlaws. 2-away now, and that'll bring up Max Mandler again. He got on base with a single and would score the tying run on the same play that the Pios took the lead when Cooper Smith followed him home. And he's going to get aboard with a hit by pitch. That first pitch just cutting a little bit to the inside and plunking him. He looks all good, though. Wasn't very fast. He'll get aboard with 2 away. Cooper Smith now up. He drew a walk in his first at-bat. Well, good luck with the Tommy John again. That's always tough to have to deal with. Smith takes that one, strike 1. 0-1 here to Smith. Yeah, I definitely will when I'm out Jamestown tomorrow. That drops second strike. It lets Mandler get to second. 0-2 for Smith now. Good frame attempt there, but he's just going to be ruled as a strike, a ball high. Smith, he's got that runner on second, looking to extend the lead. He's going to ground that down the first base line. Picked up. Smith can't beat it to first on a slide, and that'll be the final out of the inning. Very close play. Pios strand 1 base runner. 2 more strikeouts for Coombs. The side is retired. More Pios baseball coming up right after this word from our sponsors.
For more than a century, you've counted on Arnett Health. Counted on us to heal you, support you, encourage you, get you back on your feet. And for more than a century, Arnett has counted on you too. You're our community, our purpose, our passion. You're the reason we do what we do. Because giving our patients the best of ourselves is just who we are. Looking forward while embracing our legacy. Staying on the cutting edge while staying connected to our patients. Focusing on state-of-the-art procedures and the most effective care. At Arnett, we're nurses, doctors, and teams of other caregivers inspired by healing. We know your physical, emotional, and spiritual health are each part of the whole of you. To continue a tradition of medicine driven by compassion, teaching, and healing. That's why we're here. It's who we are. It's what we do.
Tiso, Boone, and Broderick, the top 3 due up now for Oneonta. We're here on the top of the 3rd inning. Tom South Corning is this inning sponsor of your Elmira Pioneers. And of course, you've already been able to tell thanks to the scoreboard and players in general. Oneonta wearing the orange, Pios wearing gray. That one's grounded over to Mandler. Bounces off of him. Recovers to get the throw, but just a step late. That was definitely close play, but I guess they're going to go with the tie going to the runner there. Diso had scored the first run of the game, and now is 1 for 1. Although actually it won't. He's now 2 for 2. No, 1 for 2. That's graded an error by Mandler. Boone now up with no one out. Boone popped out in his first at bat. He's going to take strike one there inside. Count now 1-1. Runner goes as that one gets away from Bartenstein. 2-1 count, and the wild pitch gets Deso to second. Still a warm night here in Elmira. 78 degrees. Partially cloudy here at 8:12 p.m. Just about an hour through the game. That one's low, ball 3. Last night we had a real odyssey of a game, going well over 3 hours. It was a tough loss for the Pios, but still a pretty energetic affair with a lot of runs coming home. And we had the start there too. Foul. The game won't be tied in that pitch. It's now full count. Zeev hasn't gotten a strikeout yet today. He's been able to record outs in the field every single time. In fact, I don't think he's even really conceded a deep fly ball. He's mainly conceded ground outs and pop outs. And ball 4, that one's just a little bit high to Boone. Tying run still at second now. And a potential go-ahead run going to be at first. Dylan Broderick grounded out to first in his first at-bat. He's now got 2 aboard. Infield playing in. They're expecting a sacrifice. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. That's good news for the Pios, because a 1-1 count is a little harder to drop a bunt down. And if you get to a 2-strike count, that means that opportunity's likely done. He's just going to take that one deep foul. And I think it missed the cars somehow. 0-2 count now, with 1 away. Did have some power behind it. Did get over the foul wall down the right field line. It's 325. That one picked up by Bartenstein. Ball 1 was a bit inside. And also a little low. One, 2 from Zivgar. And here we go, 2-2. Still inside. Ziv stepping off, just thinking it over. And ball 3. Count now full. That one fouled back. So we're going to have to go again. And oof. I think that might have hit him, ball 4, regardless. He'll get on base. Bases are now loaded with no one out. So jam now for Zeev. He's now got to face Keegan, who had a single and RBI. But first, Coach Billy Wildman just out there talking with him. He's just trying to settle him down. So now, pitch to Keegan, bases loaded. A go-ahead run is currently on second. Pios still lead, but ooh, swing and miss. He got him chasing that slider, 0-1. And good for Bartenstein to stay in front of it. It was pretty far outside. At this stage, a wild pitch would definitely bring a run home. That wild pitch back in the first inning brought 2 Pios runs home. Swing and a miss. He's going to fool him with the same pitch. So Zeev, I think, is settled down. He's now up 0-2 in the count. That one in the dirt. Bartenstein gets it, though, 1-2. Oh, and the game is tied as that one drifts too far inside and hits into Keegan. Looks like Coach Drum is going to get someone warming up. Actually, someone is stretching out in the bullpen. But I have a feeling that he might need to be ready soon. 2-2 game, still bases loaded. Looking and trying to see, I believe it might be Jarek Podest. Plinsky up. And that's the third hit by pitch in a row. We've seen a little trouble with Zeev's command all night. And clearly not intentional. You wouldn't be hitting a batter intentionally with bases loaded twice in a row. But it's a 3-2 lead now for the Outlaws. And Zeev talking it over with Brody Bartenstein. And Coach Drum definitely telling Jarek to warm up at double time here. Johnny Hammer up now. The AOF alum with bases loaded. First pitch taken, strike one. That one well outside. Good catch from Bartenstein to hold on to it. Count 1-1. That one's going to be driven deep left field. Odom under it, catches it for out number 1. The throw from left will not come home in time, so Hammer gets a sacrifice. And it's a 4-2 lead. That will be good news for Zeev, though. He gets his first out of the inning. Wait a minute. No! He forgot to tag up. That'll be a big break for the Pios. They're going to turn a double play because the runner forgot to tag up at third. That is a costly error that will actually take 1 run off the board. Bench coach, or third base coach for Oneonta, pretty upset about it. He's talking over with the umpire about it. But yeah, that's going to be ruled as a double play, 7-5. But yeah, Broderick just forgetting to tag up there. And that is unfortunate for the Outlaws. That's a stroke of good luck for the Pios in what has been a tough inning. First pitch taken, outside ball 1 for Derigi. And that would be huge if Guard could be able to use that and get out of the inning just with that 1-run deficit. That one's going to be popped up, and it should end the inning. Muzio tracking it. Phelps tracking it. Phelps makes the catch. That'll end the inning. So a string of free passes and a couple errors there bring home 2 runs for the Outlaws. They take a 3-2 lead here. Although they'll strand 2. Would have been 4 if it wasn't for a little base running error. More Pios baseball coming up right after this message from our sponsors.
What if white wine was not made for poultry, but for friendship? What if red wine set aside the steak and made room for love? What if we've been drinking wine wrong all along, and instead wine was to be shared as a human experience with love, integrity, and hope? Hi, my name is Greg Taylor. I'm the vineyard manager and property manager of Bully Hill Vineyards, and I'm a 4th generation winemaker and 5th generation grape grower of my family. So it all started with my great-great-grandfather George and his son Walter Taylor Sr. They came up to this region for the promise of a better life due to the rising wine industry on Keuka Lake. Walter Taylor was the one who first started the Taylor Wine Company. The Taylor Wine Company was one of the largest wineries in the United States. My great-grandfather had passed away, and my grandfather Grayton and his 2 brothers Fred and Clarence took over the company at its peak, producing around 40 million gallons of wine a year. Grayton had a son, Walter, who was my father, and he started Bully Hill Vineyards in 1967. My father had a vision for the Finger Lakes wine industry. When Bully Hill was started, only 5 producers existed, and now there's over 300. And he firmly believed that you have to have a certain level of integrity and honesty with the people around you and yourself. And these are kind of the staples of what our business is. Bully Hill was built on the back of French-American hybrid vines. These varietals were developed.
Bottom of the 3rd, back at Dunn Field. Bobby Marsh is going to lead off for the Pios. A string of unfortunate hit-by pitches have given Oneonta the lead. Now it's up to the Pios to get some hits and take it back. Marsh struck out in his first at-bat. That one goes inside, ball 1. One and one now on that check swing, but it tagged the outside corner. Strike 1. One and two now on that swing and miss from Marsh. Fouled back, 1 and 2. Marsh keeping alive. He's going to line that down the gap between short and third for a single. Well hit there, and he gets on base to open the inning. Now up is Frank Wayman. Wayman takes that one outside. Ball 1. Coombs had a tough first inning with a hit parade and getting a tough spot. Gar had a tough second inning getting into that tough spot. Coombs overs recovered. Now he's got a 1-1 count for Frank Wayman. So I'd say, or actually it was top of the third for Gar, not the second. That one's going to be popped and caught by Hamer as he tracks back, one away. Joe Muzio up now with one away. In Dunn Field, mighty Dunn Field, Muzio's batting 5th. With one out here in the bottom of the third, I'll stop singing this. 1-0 count for Joe Muzio now with one away. He's got Bobby Marsh on first. He would be a tying run. That one's low, ball 2. Swing and a miss for Muzio, 2-1 count now. Swing and a miss again, 2-2. Muzio did get a single last time. He and Wayman were both stranded on bases loaded. Fate he'd probably like to avoid here. Now, 3-2 count. Count full for Joe Muzio. That one's going to be driven deep to the outfield, but it will be corralled. The Cavern of Dunn Field will hold that one in. Left center field with the center fielder tracking it down. 2 away now for Lucas Phelps. So now Lucas Phelps gets a chance. 2 away. Strike 1 taken. Swing and a miss, strike 2 for Phelps. The first inning where we actually haven't seen a Coombs strikeout yet. Phelps dangerously close to it, 0-2. Pios down to the last strike this inning. Swing and a miss, he will go down. And that's strikeout number 6 for Coombs today. 1 hit, 1 runner stranded. More Pios baseball after the break. The big question is, will it be Ziv Gar or Jarek Podest starting next inning on the mound? And now a quick word from our sponsor.
With Chemung Canal's mobile banking services, you can get back to doing what you love most faster. At Chemung Canal, you chart your course and we'll help you get there. Chemung Canal Trust Company, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Remember, Pios fans, you can call that number and get yourself some tickets to some Pios games. They're the perfect night for any group, birthday, or more. Top of the fourth underway. Pios trailing by 1, and in comes Jarek Podest. He'll be tasked with eating a few innings of relief. Zivgar's day finishes with 3 earned in 3 innings. Leading off now is going to be Holub. Holub takes the first pitch for strike 1. I will say for Jarek Podest, he's the type of pitcher that knows how to throw it in the zone. He's got good command. The big thing, however, is he does lack a little bit of velocity. However, in a wood bat league, you're not going to give up too many hard-hit home runs, especially at a cavern like Dunn Field. That's why it's good that he can pitch and let the defense do the work on plays like this where Muzio makes a good catch, 1 away. SUNY Corning Community College is listening sponsor for your Pioneers. So now 1 away here in the top of the 4th. And again, another really close game for the Pios. Their previous 3 losses have all been determined within 2 runs. A 2-1 loss to the Auburn Doubledays at Dunn Field. That one for a base hit up the middle. A 4-2 loss over in Watertown. And a 7-6 loss back here last night against Auburn. So even though they have a couple losses in the past couple games, they weren't blowouts. The Pios do keep them close. That's what can make them agonizing, though. 1 away with a runner on for Sawsville, who grounded out last time. POTUS with a 6.75 ERA through 9 innings. That number is inflated a little bit because of one just tough outing in Geneva. In a game that the Pios were already trailing by 4 runs, he came in and had just some very unlucky BABIP luck, with the Geneva really getting a lot of good BABIP luck via hits. Close throw from Bartenstein as it was a little late reaction on strike 1. But with that, Hutter will steal second. But harkening back, of course, to Geneva, just a lot of hits being placed into the outfield. Just a little disappointing. But we know that Jarek Podest is a great pitcher when it comes to relieving and getting good balls in play for outs. Sometimes, though, when you're a pitcher that goes to contact, that contact can put balls in play. They're just too tough to field. Sawsville, 2-1. That one's going to be driven to left field. Odom back, and he'll get it for the second out of the inning. And that's the type of contact you love to see given up there. A fly ball that the Pios could track down. 2 away here with a man on second after that stolen base. Top of the order back up. Diso 1 for 2 with an error today. He's the Outlaws shortstop. Strike 1 taken. That one's going to be lined to center field. Lucini lets it drop. He's going to pick it up and throw it home. Marsh picks it up to keep the runner at first. That's an RBI single for Diso as the runner was running from second. Four-2 leader for Anianta on that play. 2 away now, and that'll bring up Boone. That one's going to be grounded over to Mandler. Picks it up and will toss it to Phelps to end the inning. One left the board. 2 hits, score 1 run. No errors for the Pios. More baseball coming up right after this word from our sponsor for the bottom of the 4th inning.
Hi, I'm Bill Mullaney, president of SUNY Corning Community College. I'm here today to let you know the classes and the quality of education that you've expected of us are ready to be delivered. Whether you're interested in transferring to a 4-year university or joining the workforce directly, Corning Community College has the program for you. We're here to provide the best possible education that we can, no matter what your aspirations. We hope that as you begin to weigh your options for the fall semester, you'll think first of Corning Community College. We're here for you, closer to home.
Bottom of the 4th, leading off will be Odom. Him, Charnetsky, and Shader due up. The trio all struck out in their first plate appearance. But Odom up first. He takes the 1-0 pitch. And by the way, of course, you got to remember, out in right field, you see that bullseye. That's the Texas Roadhouse sign, and if a Pios player hits it, everyone at Dunn Field comes away with a free appetizer. The hardest choice, what appetizer do you want? Texas Roadhouse sadly doesn't have any wings that aren't boneless. This count's now 1 and 2. So I'd have to definitely go with the onion crisp, but they've also got some gator bites, I think, from time to time, and other different menu items. But I do love those onion dishes. 1-2. Odom keeps alive and fouls that one away. Pios really looking for a comeback this half of the inning. They had gone down after an early single with 3 straight outs, including a 2-out strikeout. Odom keeps that one alive as that one almost went into my booth over to the right. 1-2. So Odom keeping this at bat going as he fouls that one away. Saves life again. And swing and a miss. Odom goes down swinging for a second time. He's drawn long at bats, but he hasn't been able to avoid striking out today. It's tough for the Pios. 1 away now. Got to bring up Eric Charnetsky. He sang the national anthem and also is now a pinch hitter. He really can do it all for the Pios.
Number 22, the left fielder from Elmira, New York, Eric Charnetsky.
Charnetsky sees that first pitch, low and strike one. Oh, 2 now. And goes around late that time, strike 3. Strikeout number 8 for Coombs today. He's really recovered after that slow first inning. And now he's going to face off against Logan Scheider, 2 away. Just a quick look over at the standings in the West Division. Utica still leads 20-7 with the record. 16-9 are the record for the Buck Dogs. 15-12 the Tarp Skunks. 13-11 Red Wings. Double Days 15-15. 11-14 for the Pios. 10-16 for the Pilots. 9-17 for the Power. 0-1 for Scheider now with 2 away. Meanwhile, over in the East Division, the Amsterdam Mohawks are 26-4 with a 9-1 last 10. 16-12 and second is the Albany Dutchmen. Socrates in third with 16-13 record. The Mohawk Valley Diamond Dogs are 14-14. And fourth, the Oneonta Outlaws are fifth with a 14-15 record. Boonville in sixth with a 10-17. Watertown is 9-19. Scheider goes down swinging to end the inning. And the last place team in the East, the Glens Falls Dragons, they're 5-24. But he struck out the side. It wasn't an immaculate inning. There was a couple balls there. But still a very quick inning for Coombs and the Oneonta Outlaws. They still lead by 2 entering the 5th inning. Here's a word from our sponsor. We'll be back right after this.
With nearly 3,000 employees working across various locations in the Southern Tier, Arnett Health was recognized as one of America's best mid-size employers by Forbes for 2022. And we turned to our employees to find out what makes Arnett such a good employer.
Is the level of ownership that everyone has for their work and the amount that they show that they care.
Regardless of role or job title, everyone here supports one another and brings passion to the work they do.
During the COVID pandemic, we had everybody in our system come together and work as a really strong team.
They want to be here, they love being here, they love helping everybody.
Everywhere I go, we have just great staff. And they're my friends, and I see them, how dedicated and hardworking they are.
It's amazing how much perseverance and effort we go through to strive for the best patient outcomes possible.
As we get underway with the top of the 5th inning, with Southern Tier Custom Fabricators as this inning's sponsor, I'd like to let you guys know about the scoreboard and games going on throughout the PGCBL. Boonville Baseball Club lost to the Socrates Stallions 5-9. Glens Falls is currently losing to the Amsterdam Mohawks 2-0. Watertown currently winning 3-0 on the road against the Utica Blue Sox. The Batavia Muck Dogs are currently beating the Geneva Red Wings 4-0. Newark Pilots up 7-0 against the Power. The Double Days winning 3-1 against the Jamestown Tarp Skunks, and a 2-2 tie in the second game between the Socrates Stallions and Boonville Baseball Club and their doubleheader. First pitch here from Jarek Podest outside for ball 1. That one's going to be grounded over to first where Bobby Marsh is. He's just going to keep it for the first out of the inning. And with that, Roderick is going to go down quickly. He's 0 for 2 with a hit by pitch now. Second time he's actually grounded out to Bobby Marsh. That's going to bring up Keegan. He got hit by a pitch and is 1 for 1 today. He fouls that one off 0-1. Drum is just definitely going to want POTUS to go in and eat a couple innings. Eventually getting to the 6th or maybe 7th. Oh, and 2 now. He gets ahead early in the count. High, ball 1. That one's going to be popped and gets down for a base hit in no man's land. That's a single for Keegan. Weak contact, but just in the right spot. 1 away. Polsky takes strike 1 there. Raplensky. That one's going to be lined and gets down in the gap. Picked up there by Charnetsky. No, he can't fully get it. He's going to throw it in. Runner's going to be sent. As the ball goes wide away from Bartenstein. An errant throw there from Mandler. Runner will get to third. It's a 5-2 lead. Just a well-hit ball into the gap there. Brings home an RBI. Second error of the game for the Pios now. Still 1 away with a runner on third. Last 2 times these teams met, the Pios took wins. But right now it's looking like Oneonta might have the advantage in Game 3 of their series. One and 0. Swing and a miss now. 1-1 count. Jelani Hammer back up. He flew out in what would have been a sacrifice fly. That one fouled away. 1-2. Fouled away. Still 1-2. I was interrupted at the end of his previous at-bat, or his first at-bat, where Joe Muzio made a great play from third. But AOF also has developed great hockey prospects, like Trevor Zegras and Spencer Knight, and historically, Jonathan Quick. That one's going to be grounded to Mandler. That'll be the second out, but this time it's a sacrifice that will result in an RBI and no double play. 6-2 lead now for the Oneonta Outlaws. I say a little bit unlucky there for Jarek. If it wasn't for the error from Mandler trying to get the runner out at home, probably just would have advanced the runner to third. Drigi now up. I'm not sure if that'll ultimately be scored as his earned run or not. Kind of be disappointing, but also understandable if so. 0-1. That one actually inside, strike 2 here. With 2 away, 2 strikes. Pios still actually don't have a strikeout tonight. That one's going to be grounded up the middle. Picked up on a great grab by Phelps. And just beat it by a step. The Pios infield all thought the inning was over. The outfield was moving that way. But no, good running by Derigi, and he's going to get aboard. Very disappointing there for the Pios. That was a near perfect play right there. Phelps with an incredible grab and a close throw to first. 1 on, 2 away, and that's now going to bring up Holub. That one gets away for ball 1. 1-0 count. Man on second here with 2 away. Still 1-0 here in the top of the 5th. That one outside gets behind Bartenstein, and just strolling over to third with the 2-0 count will be Derigi. Here. This time finds a strike. Maybe a little low, but still called it. It was down the middle. That one's going to be popped up. Should end the inning here. Phelps under it. And he will get it. The inning is over. Some unlucky hitting and unlucky throws ultimately bring 1 and 2 runs home. 3 hits, 1 error, 2 runs scored, 1 runner left the board. Bottom of the 5th coming up, and here's a word from our sponsor.
Owned and operated since 1905. At the Hilliard Corporation, we've proven ourselves time and time again as the leading industrial manufacturer in the Elmira and Southern Tier region. We make the products you need with the quality you and your business deserve. Industrial clutches and brakes, drivetrain products, filtration equipment, engine starters, braking systems. We engineer, manufacture, and distribute them. All of the products we manufacture are designed right here, so we truly know the products we provide for you, inside and out. On top of being an industrial manufacturer, at the Hilliard Corporation, we also serve as a weld shop and machine shop. We specialize in creating custom parts and pieces to fit particular and uncommon applications. The secondary location is the home of the drivetrain division, where products for Polaris and other vehicle manufacturers are made. This is a high-volume, celled manufacturing plant that produces thousands of parts daily. Over time, Hilliard's product line has diversified, but our company has stayed true to our Elmira roots. Today, Hilliard maintains its original location while continually expanding its motion control and filtration product lines in the Elmira area. Hilliard designs and manufactures for companies around the globe, occupying more than 500,000 square feet and employing about 500 people. Taking pride in serving the Elmira community for over a century, the Hilliard Corporation.
Coombs, 46 strikeouts this season, and unless one of the other pitchers on that leaderboard have also pitched tonight, I am certain that'll put him on the top of the strikeout race. He's got 8 tonight. Absolutely on fire now. Borderline unhittable for Pios hitters. Bartenstein up. He's now down 0-1 in the count. So we're now underway in the bottom of the 5th. I'm Taylor Storley. Welcome back for more Pios baseball. That one popped and caught. Disappointing for Bartenstein. That one went right to first base. 1 away. Max Mandler back up. 1 for 1 with a hit by pitch. Top of the order has done somewhat well today. Actually, you'll notice Coach Drum out there chatting with Cooper Smith. Asking on what he should do. There. Now first pitch for Mandler is taken, strike 1. And yeah, I saw Cam Batavia winning pretty big right now. but also so are Oneonta. They're currently up 6-2. That one's going to be popped deep center field. Should be the second out of the inning, though. And the scoreboard was actually changing before the ball even landed. Disappointing for Mailer. He did get a barrel behind that, but just not enough. 2 away now. That'll bring up Cooper Smith. Actually, do have the Jamestown and Auburn scoring really quickly. Let's see. Currently, 3-2, Doubleday's lead. Now 2 away for Cooper Smith here in the bottom of the 5th. Taken, strike 1, a bit low. So I will say pitchers, I think, have gone a slightly more lenient strike zone where they're getting a lot more calls. And not just for Boone, we've also seen that happen for Gar and POTUS throughout their outings. Swing and a miss. He did go around. Pios down to their last strike of the inning. And the Pios not wanting it to become 9 successful outs or 9 straight outs in a row. But it's looking like that could be the case here. 0-2 for Cooper Smith. Swing and a miss. Strikeout number 9 today for Coombs. An absolutely lethal start for him. Pios once again go down in order. More Pios baseball is going to come right up in the top of the 6th inning. Right after this word from our sponsor.
When you're on the go, your bank should go with you. You need to change the way you money. With Chemung Canal Trust Company, you can take control of your money your way. Whether you're multitasking from your home office, killing time at your kids' soccer practice, or jet-setting around the globe, now you can manage your money right from the palm of your hand. Change the way you money with Chemung Canal Trust Company. Chemung Canal Trust Company. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
Yeah, I'll be down in Jamestown tomorrow, Cam. And I believe they're at Auburn. During this inning break, there's new Pios pitchers, so I figured I'll use this opportunity to thank all the sponsors who make the Pioneers season possible. Thank you to AJ's Outdoor Power Equipment, Mark Schmunk Schuyler, Arnett Health, Big Fox, Blaze Brockway Contracting, Beal Electric, Buckley's Automotive, Bully Hill Vineyards, Catholic Charities, Chemung Canal Trust, Lemon Center, Coca-Cola, Deity Mini Marts, Elm Chevy, Elmira Heat Treating, the Elmira Junior Enforcers, Firefly Adventure Retreat, First Transit, Glove House, Hardinge, Heroes Comic Shop, Hilliard, Jubilee Foods, Just in Time, NYT Bank, or M&T Bank, NYSCO PBA, Office Equipment, OPWDD, Papa John's, Pinecroft Golf Course, Salins, Save-A-Lot, Seneca Beverage, Service Master, Surf Pro, Chen's Wholesale, Simmons Rockwell, Slam and Jam and Barbecue, Solutions FCU, Southern Tier Custom Fab, Suburban Propane, SUNY Corning, Susan Minchin, DDS, Cakery, Tioga Downs, Today's Special, Tom South Corning, Tower Broadcasting, Town of Southport, Turtleleaf, the U.S. Navy, Value Homes, Vasco, Vasco Brands, Wegmans, Waste Markets, and Wilbur Auto. So we got those done. I'll just quickly update the graphics really quickly as we get ready for inning number 6. The Pios went down in order again in the bottom half of the inning, but are ready to go in the top half of the inning. Scheider takes over on the mound. Jarek POTUS did eat 2 innings of relief work. Was able to help the Pios out, leaving the bullpen to not do as much work. Unfortunately, some lucky balls in play allowed a few runs to come home. First pitch taken, strike 1 from Scheider. Scheider facing Hutter to open up the inning. One and one count. Scheider's pitched 1 1/3 of innings this season, and in that outing, he got 3 strikeouts. A couple runs also came home. So, second outing here for the Pios. They'll be hoping that he can eat up a couple innings and try to keep the damage to a minimum. Pios' offense has been pretty quiet as Coombs has just been on fire the last couple innings. In fact, even after a pretty long first 5, that bullpen is currently empty. 3-1 count now. But of course, as mentioned before, Pioneers heading to Jamestown tomorrow night, and after that they'll head to Geneva, start of a 2-game road trip. The Pios will be looking to get back on track, but they're going to have some tough competition to do it, as the Pios look to try to hang in the playoff fight. It'll be close. Fouled away, so stay full. Swing and a miss. First strikeout of the night for the Pioneers. Took them 5 whole innings, but they finally got a strikeout. 1 away here. Hutter comes up, or sorry. Salisville comes up now, with 1 away. That one's going to be grounded. Straight past Scheider. Picked up by Phelps. Safe at first. I thought he was out there by a step, but they're going to give that tie to the runner. And Pios dug out a little disappointed with that. And honestly, I don't blame him. It feels like the Pios really just can't catch a break tonight. Great play again by Phelps, tracking down in the infield. Can't come up with it. 1 away here. That'll bring up top of the order. Disso back up again. 2 for 3. He's gotten on base every single time and scored twice. The one out from his at-bat he got was actually just an error. So 2 for 3 would be 3 for 3, but errors do count against the average. 2-0. Had that wrong at first. Blaze Brockway Contracting, this inning's sponsor. 2-0 here. Runner goes. This one popped up and it'll go foul. 2-1. That'll force Salisville back to first. If my sources are correct, the Pios haven't been on a 3-game losing streak since that initial 5-game streak at the start of the season, where the Pios just were stuck in neutral. Here's the first time the Pios have hit a rough patch since, taking a couple 2-game losing stints, but usually have bounced right back. And tonight, unless they can really get some offense going in the late innings, might be the same. Meanwhile, for Oneonta, they'll be looking to continue a hot stretch as they challenge for the playoffs in the Eastern Division. This one sent to left field. Odom tracking back. That'll be out number 2. So the Pios was able to get through the start of this inning quicker. And now 2 away here in the top of the 6th. And once again, at the start of the inning, we mentioned all the sponsors for the Pios. Thanks again to all them because they help make this season possible. Boone back up now. The righty currently 0 for 2 today with a walk. Strike 1 taken. For the season, he's the best hitter for the Oneonta Outlaws with a .333 average. Strike 2 taken low. 2 strikes, 2 away now. first. Pickoff attempt. They almost got him, but he's going to be back safely. So we'll go with the 2-strike count again. 9:08 p.m. as we're here in the 6th inning. About 2 hours from game start. This one fouled away, so the inning will continue. What's kind of painful for the Pios is that generally a lot of the issues they have just come from unlucky innings. We saw Osofsky had a tough second inning against Watertown. Kendall, tough first 2 innings last time out against Auburn. Those being the big innings where runs come home and putting the Pios behind. Or you could also count, of course, the 9th inning for Mason Smith, too. That's been the main reason for those defeats. That one fouled back, and that'll be a roof souvenir most likely. That one gets away from Bartenstein. 2-2. Runner gets the second. 2 strikes and 2 outs still. Now there's also 2 balls in the count. Two. Once again, Boone going to take some time. That one going to be driven to center. Throwing from Charnetsky as the runner's going to round and head to home. Charnetsky with a cannon, and he's got the out. But in other news, there's an injury, though, on just a rough contact on the tag. Sawsville, he's out, but he's also down. We're going to head over to the commercial. We'll give you an update on his condition right after this.
For more than a century, you've counted on Arnett Health. Counted on us to heal you, support you, encourage you, get you back on your feet. And for more than a century, Arnett has counted on you, too. You're our community, our purpose, our passion. You're the reason we do what we do. Because giving our patients the best of ourselves is just who we are. Looking forward while embracing our legacy. Staying on the cutting edge while staying connected to our patients. Focusing on state-of-the-art procedures and the most effective care. At Arnett, we're nurses, doctors, and teams of other caregivers inspired by healing. We know your physical, emotional, and spiritual health are each part of the whole of you. To continue a tradition of medicine driven by compassion, teaching, and healing. That's why we're here. It's who we are. It's what we do.
Update on Sawsville. He was able to walk off the field alongside the Pios team trainer Kennedy and one of the Oneonta coaches. It looks like on the play, he just hurt his wrist or his arm or his hand. There was a collision at home plate alongside him and Bartenstein. It was a good throw from Charnetsky to get there in time, but the chaos, collision at the plate, chaotic collision you could maybe say, unfortunately will leave him injured. We'll have to wait and see if he's going to come back onto the field, but disappointing to see. Of course, during the inning break, just make sure you've got that phone number down. You can get yourself some Pios tickets. Bottom of the 6th coming up next. Coombs will stay on the mound. We'll keep you updated if there's a center field substitution in just a second. So, Connor Cooney will be out in right field as he replaces the injured Sawsville. Broderick is going to move over to center field for the rest of the game. Disappointing, though, for the Outlaws, and hopefully the injury on Sawsville is not bad. Bobby Marsh leads off the bottom of the 6th inning for the Pios. One outside. Yep, that's just the danger sometimes of baseball. Collisions at the plate sometimes lead to that. 0-1 now. Foul back. 0-2 now. Marsh today, 1 for 2 with a strikeout. Coombs in his 6th inning. And currently on 9 strikeouts. He's had 1 strikeout in every inning. In fact, it's really funny. He's had more innings, or he's had 2 innings with 1 strikeout, 2 innings with 3 strikeouts, and only 1 inning with 2 strikeouts. So he's really been able to paint and get those Ks every single time. 1-2 now for Bobby Marsh. Outside, ball 2. That one's fouled away. Still 2-2. Actually, we'll say what's also kind of worse news when it comes to that injury is the fact that Sawsville is a 2-way player. So they don't just lose a solid outfielder, they lose the pitcher too. Coombs gets the first out of the inning as Marsh grounds out. 3-1 in that play. Wayman takes ball 1. Wayman today, single and pop out. He's 1 for 2. That one now 1-1 as it fouled off his check swing. Two and 1 here. Two and 2 now for Wayman. Full count now for Wayman. Inside, so Wayman does get aboard with a walk. First Pios base runner in 10 batters. A little bit of sign of life here. Well, activity in the Oneonta bullpen, but Coombs not really showing a lot of signs of fatigue. He probably will be done after the 6th inning, though, as he has had quite a few pitches. Notably, not just from that at-bat with Wayman, but earlier in the game, long at-bats from players like Marsh and Phelps. Muzio, 1-0 now. And the Pios, they need a bit of offense here. If Coombs is starting to tire and slow down a bit, that would be good news for the Pios. 1-1. 1-2 now for Muzio. Today, Muzio 1 for 2 as well. Not just the count, but his at-bat success. He flew out and got a single. Two now for Muzio. Wayman staying put at first. Three-two now. So another pretty deep count. Muzio, good patience there. Swing and a miss. Muzio down on strikes. Worked a long count. But with that, it is strikeout number 10 on the day. Sorry, 11 for Coombs. So, tough day for the Pios, but what a career day he's had here. He, in fact, entered this game with just 38 on the season. He's already got that number, one away from 50. And he would be the first pitcher to reach 50 strikeouts in the PGCBL. Phelps, he's up with a walk-in strikeout. And down 0-1. That one's going to be lined and caught it short to end the inning. One runner gets aboard with a walk, but he'll be stranded on base. Still a 6-2 lead. We'll be back with more Pios baseball after this. And good to hear Scotty's there with them too.
What if white wine was not made for poultry, but for friendship? What if red wine set aside the steak and made room for love? What if we've been drinking wine wrong all along, and instead wine was to be shared as a human experience with love, integrity, and hope? Hi, my name is Greg Taylor. I'm the vineyard manager and property manager of Bully Hill Vineyards, and I'm a 4th generation winemaker and 5th generation grape grower of my family. So it all started with my great-great-grandfather George and his son Walter Taylor Sr. They came up to this region for the promise of a better life due to the rising wine industry on Keuka Lake. Walter Taylor was the one who first started the Taylor Wine Company. The Taylor Wine Company was one of the largest wineries in the United States. My great-grandfather had passed away, and my grandfather Grayton and his 2 brothers Fred and Clarence took over the company at its peak, producing around 40 million gallons of wine a year. Grayton had a son, Walter, who was my father, and he started Bully Hill Vineyards in 1967. My father had a vision for the Finger Lakes wine industry. When Bully Hill was started, only 5 producers existed, and now there's over 300. And he firmly believed that you have to have a certain level of integrity and honesty with the people around you and yourself. And these are kind of the staples of what our business is. Bully Hill was built on the back of French-American hybrid vines. These varietals were developed in France in the 19th century, and they were brought over by my grandfather in the 1950s. And here at Bully Hill, we started the experimental farm, from where these hybrid varietals have made their way to almost all 50 states. As we become more environmentally conscious, we're looking for agricultural solutions that have less impact on the environment. Now, the French hybrids that my grandfather brought over in the 1950s already...
Broderick leading off here in the top of the 7th. First transit, this inning's sponsor, as the count now is 1-0. Broderick moved to center field after the injury, and hopefully Sawsville is okay. He's going to pop that one backward, strike 1. One and two now. That one's going to be sent to the outfield. Will it get behind them? Yes, it will. Down into the gap. It'll be extra bases. He's going to round second and go for 3. There's the throw in from left. It won't be there in time. We'll slide in with a triple. That'll bring up Keegan with no one out and a runner on third. Big win for Jamestown, 12-3. Runner now 90 feet from home. Oh, 1 now. That one's going to be grounded. And actually, they get the runner in a pickle at third. And they eventually tag him. Good play by Phelps. 1 away, and the runner gets the second. All right, I'm going to need to figure out how to grade that one. But Broderick stopped at home. It's a fielder's choice. 1, 2, 5, 2, 6. Yeah, 1, 2, 5, 2, 6 on that fielder's choice. Runner on second now with 1 away. So, crazy little sequence there, but it does stop a run from coming home. One away now. That one's going to be sent over into foul territory. Phelps, a sliding catch. No, and it's going to drop in fair. So it'll be a single there. It looked like it was going foul, but stays fair. Runners now at the corners. Runner goes to second. Throw to first from Bartenstein just to make sure the runner at third stays true. Was a fake. Runners both in scoring position. 0-1. Dunn Field still energetic with some Let's Go Pios chants. But not the best day here for the Pios. 0-1. The AOF alum takes that one, and it's going to now be a 1-1 count. Johnny Hammer's going to send that one deep. It'll be caught over in left field on the run, and the throw into the plate. Oh, it bounces above Bartenstein. No. Bartenstein actually tried to fake it. No, wait. Shader was behind. Okay, so I couldn't see completely on that play. Shader goes behind the catcher and picks it up. And it's a good play. And actually, I am wrong. It's Odom in center field. Charnetsky in left. Because I can tell that headband... That's the one worn by Charnetsky. 2 away, runners still at second and third. So Hamer not able to get a sacrifice that time either. That's just the second out of the inning. 0-1 now to Derigi. Dropped a couple frames this stream, but still working, still online, which is good. That one sent foul, and drops. But it is a foul ball, so it counts now 0-2. 2 away. I like how I immediately said, yeah, we're dropping a few frames, and all of a sudden we then drop a bit more. So now it's an 0-2 here as the fielders all get back into position. Shader looking for a second clean inning. That one's going to be grounded and gets up the middle. 1 run scores. Second run coming home. Or Odom's throw will just be to keep the runner at first. So a 2 RBI single there with 2 away for Derigi. Second hit of the game. An 8-2 lead now for the Outlaws. Two away with the man on first. Apologies for a little lag. I've noticed this, that these last couple batters, it's been pretty bad. That one, that one grounds hard off of Muzio. And Muzio, I think, is okay. Probably just stung for a second. Team trainer Kennedy's still going to check it up, though. 2 aboard now with 2 away. It's a good bus ride home for you guys. At least the Pios won't have a bus ride home here. Probably be similar for Aniata cruising home. 2 away. By the way, First Transit this inning sponsor for the Pios. So Shader with 2 away and 2 aboard. Looking just to get out of the inning. Nick Ficcaro warming up. He'll likely be tasked with going through innings 8 and 9. 2 away now. Scheider facing off against Holub. Over 2 today. One and one. Interrupt this at bat by thanking everyone for 200 subscribers on the Elmira Pioneers YouTube channel. Thank you for supporting the Pios and subscribing. That one popped up, and it should get them out of the jam. Scheider under it, and he'll make the catch. So, unlike Jamestown, Oneonta not able to score a whole lot of runs this inning, like the 6 or 8 that they had got, but they do get 2 runs here in the top of the 7th. Bottom of the 7th coming up right after this. More Pios baseball after this word from our sponsor.
Hi, I'm Bill Mullaney, president of SUNY Corning Community College. I'm here today to let you know the classes and the quality of education that you've expected of us are ready to be delivered. Whether you're interested in transferring to a 4-year university or joining the workforce directly, Corning Community College has the program for you. We're here to provide the best possible education that we can, no matter what your aspirations. We hope that as you begin to weigh your options for the fall semester, you'll think first of Corning Community College. We're here for you, closer to home.
With nearly 3,000 employees working across various locations in the Southern Tier, Arnett Health was recognized as one of America's best mid-size employers by Forbes for 2022. And we turned to our employees to find out what makes Arnett such a good employer.
Is the level of ownership that everyone has for their work and the amount that they show that they care.
Regardless of role or job title, everyone here supports one another and brings passion to the work they do.
During the COVID pandemic, we had everybody in our system come together and work as a really strong team.
They want to be here, they love being here, they love helping everybody.
Everywhere I go, we have just great staff. And they're my friends, and I see them, how dedicated and hardworking they are.
It's amazing how much perseverance and effort we go through to strive for the best patient outcomes possible.
Jake Sandrich will enter the game for the Oneonta Outlaws, ending Coop's day at 6 innings pitched and 11 strikeouts. Now it's 49 strikeouts, 1 away from breaking the 50 plateau. Throw to second. And by the way, over the inning break, there was an ejection for a Pioneers roster member. Whether it was Coach Brian Joe or someone else, we're not really sure. But Barber and Drum had a discussion over there with the umpire about it. So just, I don't know really what was going on there, but I'll keep you posted when I learn more about it. Sandridge this season, he's pitched 6 games, 2 started, 13 innings, 15 strikeouts to 7 walks. That'll bring up Zach Odom to lead off the inning for the Pios. 2 strikeouts today. Ball 1 up high. That one popped up, and 1 away. So cool weather tonight, 72 as the game's progressed. The rest of the week it'll stay cool, 79 degrees and 82 for the next 2 days. But at Monday, when the Pioneers will take on Mansfield, it'll be 90 degrees at a max then. Tuesday could be questionable, predicted some showers, so we'll have to take a look at that. That'll bring up Charnetsky with 1 away. 0 for 2 today with 2 strikeouts. He replaced Lucini in his first at-bat an 0-2 count. Did his best to try to stay alive in it, but at that point, that was hard. 1-1 now for Charnetsky. So another Pioneers player had to leave early in the game this time around. But this time it wasn't because of an ejection. It was because of injury. 1-2 now for Charnetsky. That one fouled away. Sandridge holds up. Charnetsky back. Both ready to go. 1-2 from the stretch. 2-2 now. That one's going to be sent very much foul. Had a lot of power behind it, just not the right direction. That one's going to be fouled away again. Charnetsky's keeping alive. Three-two. Sandridge a little disappointed. He thought he had that strikeout, but didn't fall for the bait that time. Again, thank you for tuning in for Pios Baseball. We'll be back tomorrow night in Jamestown, too. Should be a fun game on the road. Jamestown versus the Pios have always been entertaining games. Oof. He's going to get on base as that one drifts a little inside. Scheider up now with one away. He's the extra hitter, but also has been on the mound recently for the Pios. I believe his 2-inning outing will be complete after this. Inside with Scheider, ball one. The Pios haven't scored since that first inning. Got a runner on. They'd love to try to bring Charnetsky home. Pickoff attempt, but Charnetsky's safe at first. 2-0, I believe. Nope, 1-1. One and two. That one's going to be lined to center field. Will it get down? No, caught. Two away. Runner still on first. Bartenstein lined out to first base in his previous at-bat. That was a hit that went right to him. He's going to be looking to improve right here. The Pios catcher up with two away. Sandridge looking to get his first inning of relief done. I have a feeling with this scoreline, they're going to trust Sandridge to go all the way if his arm will let him. Low. Throw to second. Way offline, but Charnetsky will stay there. 1-1, and he's going to steal second. The 1-1 inside there, 2-1. Call time, but I'm pretty sure it'll still be a 1-1, 2-1 count. Either 1-1 or 2-1 here. We'll have to get the confirmation. Fouled. 2-2. Two here for Bartenstein. He's got a runner in scoring position. Bartenstein's only hit brought home an RBI. Foul back. That one outside, ball 2. Or 3. It's either 3-2 or 2-2. I think we'll have to get the confirmation from the umpire. Tough thing is they don't always give confirmation. He's going to get under that one. It's deep left field. But in play by the winning track. That'll end the inning. Pios get one runner and will strand him. More Pios baseball right after this message from our sponsor.
For more than a century, you've counted on Arnett Health. Counted on us. For more than a century, you've counted on Arnett Health. Counted on us to heal you, support you.
What if white wine was not made for poultry, but for friendship? What if red wine set aside the steak and made room for love? What if we've been drinking wine wrong all along? And instead, wine was to be shared as a human experience with love, integrity, and hope. Hi, my name is Greg Taylor. I'm the vineyard manager and property manager of Bully Hill Vineyards, and I'm a 4th generation winemaker and 5th generation grape grower of my family. So it all started with my great-great-grandfather George and his son Walter Taylor Sr. They came up to this region for the promise of a better life due to the rising wine industry on Keuka Lake. Walter Taylor was the one who first started the Taylor Wine Company. The Taylor Wine Company was one of the largest wineries in the United States. My great-grandfather had passed away, and my grandfather Grayton and his two brothers Fred and Clarence took over the company, at its peak producing around 40 million gallons of wine a year. Grayton had a son, Walter, who was my father, and he started Bully Hill Vineyards in 1967. My father had a vision for the Finger Lakes wine industry. When Bully Hill was started, only 5 producers existed, and now there's over 300. And he firmly believed that you have to have a certain level of integrity and honesty with the people around you and yourself. And these are kind of the staples of what our business is. Bully Hill was built on the back of French-American hybrid vines. These varietals were developed in France in the 19th century, and they were brought over by my grandfather in the 1950s. And here at Bully Hill, we started the experimental farm, from where these hybrid varietals have made their way to almost all 50 states. As we become more environmentally conscious, we're looking for agricultural solutions that have less impact on the environment. Now, the French hybrids that my grandfather brought over in the 1950s already solved this problem ahead of time. They take half the amount of fungicide, and that was the backbone of what built Bully Hill, the French-American hybrids. My dad firmly believed that a product is an extension of a person's soul, and we still adhere to that today at Bully Hill Vineyards. His memory and his vision is still seen around the Finger Lakes. Here at Bully Hill, we're excited about the future and sharing this experience with you. Bully for you.
First pitch of the 8th inning is going to be taken for ball 1. Nick Ficcaro enters the game for the Pioneers. This inning sponsor, Arnott Health. Strike 1 taken, 1-1 count. I believe there might be a pinch hitter. It's number 3. No, there was a... I'm behind in a few of these at-bats. It's been a crazy game. Trying to figure out where I skipped an at-bat. Because the number 3's up here. 1-2. Bakuni, of course, came in after Sawsville got injured. And he's ready to go to lead off the top of the 8th inning. That one popped foul. And caught on a sliding play by Muzio. 1 away. So Muzio laying it all out there, still doing a great job defensively tonight. Even if the Pios are struggling. Oh, 1 here. One and one. Dizzo back up. That one's going to be grounded over to Bobby Marsh at first. Tosses it to Ficcaro, 2 away. 2 quick outs from Ficcaro here in the top of the 8th. That'll bring up Boone with 2 outs. Strike 1 taken there. Of course, the big thing you'll notice when you see Ficcaro on the mound It is his pitching style. A submarine pitcher as a left-handed pitcher, too. So, both some are abnormalities that can be tough for batters to face. 1-1. That's going to be grounded hard to third. Gets by Muzio. It's a single with 2 away. That'll bring up Broderick with 2 outs and a runner on. Broderick, first pitch taken. That one just behind him. 1-0 here. That could be kind of tough, of course, as a left-handed pitcher. Sometimes when you miss a pitch, it can go wildly away. And especially if it goes behind the player. Good job by Bartenstein to get in front of it and catch it. Runner goes, throw from Bartenstein. 2-1 count now. But a good stolen base there from Boone. Runner goes to third. That one fouled away. 2-2 now with 2 away. So he's going to step off to get over really quickly. That one's going to be driven deep right field, but foul. Does clear the wall over into the trees. Two here, and Ficarro steps off again. That one's low, ball 3, sorry. Ficarro just looking to get out of the inning. Just about at the 3-hour point, then probably 5-10 minutes here, since it was a slower start. 3-2. That one's going to be lined and falls down in the gap. Picked up by Odom. Runner heading to second. Throw is not going to be in time. RBI double for Broderick. 9-2 lead now for the Outlaws. The run train keeps moving as it brings up Keegan with 2 away. And a man in scoring position. Outside, ball 1. That one's going to be grounded up the middle. Gets by Phelps, and that should score a run. Odom can't find it. He does. Runner comes into second. He'll be safe. Not enough time for Mailer to get the tag. So it looks like Odom might get the error on that play. So it'll be a single. That does bring home an RBI. 10-2 lead now. Disappointing there for Ficarro. It's 2 unlucky hits there with 2 away. Here's Polinsky. 1-0 outside. Dunn Field still loud here. Tough game for the Pios, but still energetic. People still having a good time out here in Dunn Field. Make sure you get yourself some tickets for future games. Barnstein having to dive for that ball, and he actually did come up with it. Great play there. Polinsky today has 2 hits. As he watches that one go low, 3-0. No activity in the Pios bullpen. They're just going to let Nick try to ride it out. And not real surprise as to why. Not an incredibly competitive game. By the way, that last hit was the 16th of the day for Aniata. Does find the zone there, 3-1. Yeah, 16 hits for Aniata. Their offense just having a field day here. High, ball 4. Polinsky gets aboard. And is going to bring up Jelani Hammer. 2 away now, and 2 aboard. Hammer's had a quiet day. He's 0 for 4, but he did have an RBI earlier on a sacrifice ground out. He almost had a sacrifice fly, but a runner just wasn't able to tag. He's going to take that one low, but on the outside corner, strike 1. Oh, 1 now for Hammer. Outside, ball 1. One and 2, some good framing from Bardenstein, but that one was likely outside. So close, though. 1-2. And he's going to get on as that one hits him. And Ficarro a little disappointed about that. Obviously wasn't intentional. Just kind of slipped there. Bases are now loaded with 2 away. For Derigi, who's got 2 hits in his previous 2 at-bats. Two runners in scoring position. Drigi, a lefty, facing off against Ficarro, the lefty. Strike 1. Outside, 1-1. That one's going to be grounded over, picked up by Ficarro, and he's going to get the out at first. The inning is over. Pios will be up right after this.
Owned and operated since 1905. At the Hilliard Corporation, we've proven ourselves time and time again as the leading industrial manufacturer in the Elmira and Southern Tier region. We make the products you need with the quality you and your business deserve. Industrial clutches and brakes, drivetrain products, filtration equipment, engine starters, braking systems. We engineer, manufacture, and distribute them. All of the products we manufacture are designed right here, so we truly know the products we provide for you, inside and out. On top of being an industrial manufacturer, at the Hilliard Corporation, we also serve as a weld shop and machine shop. We specialize in creating custom parts and pieces to fit particular and uncommon applications. The secondary location is the home of the drivetrain division, where products for Polaris and other vehicle manufacturers are made. This is a high-volume, celled manufacturing plant that produces thousands of parts daily. Over time, Hilliard's product line has diversified, but our company has stayed true to our Elmira roots. Today, Hilliard maintains its original location while continually expanding its motion control and filtration product lines in the Elmira area. Hilliard designs and manufactures for companies around the globe, occupying more than 500,000 square feet and employing about 500 people. Taking pride in serving the Elmira community for over a century, the Hilliard Corporation.
By the way, thanks everyone for tuning in tonight. It's a good night for baseball. Nice night out. Not as humid, which is good. Still some bugs flying around. Bottom of the 8th. Just a tough day for the Pios, but top of the order, Max Mandler is going to lead off. 1 for 2 with a hit by pitch. Ball 1. We've seen some late innings of offense before, but it would take a holy one. It would take a record-breaking one from the Pios to get within distance of this game right here. 2-0 now. Current line score, 10 runs on 16 hits and 1 error for the Aniana Outlaws. 2 runs, 4 hits, 3 errors for the Pioneers. That one's going to be grounded hard to third. Bounces off Hammer, and that's going to be an error on him. As Mandler opens up the inning, getting a board. Actually, it'll be graded as a hit. Was very hard, so that'll be the reason. That brings up Cooper Smith now with 1 away. Smith takes that one outside. Ball 1 gets away. Mandler is going to get to second. Down in the dirt. Ball 1. Pios got someone warming up in the bullpen. Wonder who it's going to be. I have a feeling maybe it could be a position player. Just to try to preserve the bullpen arms for upcoming days. 2-0 now. 3-0 here. So Cooper Smith getting ahead. He's 0 for 2 with a walk. Three and 1. That one popped up and foul. Count now full for Cooper Smith. Foul backward, so he stays alive. That one popped up. And missed. The bat will stay alive. Three-two. This time it's put in play, grounded hard to third. Throw to first on target, one away. Runner stays at second as well. Hammer took the extra second just to make sure. Bobby Marsh back up. He's got a runner on second, one away. Fouled away, strike one. Marsh is going to line that one. Should bring that run home. Gets down in right field. So Marsh with a one-out double and RBI. It's now a 10-3 game. And great news for the Pios, showing a little sign of life late. Frank Wayman now up. He's going to look to do the same and bring Marsh home. Ball one. Count, I think, 1-1 now. Swing and miss. Two and one now. Count now, I think 3-1. Yes, it is. Wayman ahead here. Could try to get on base. Empty bullpen for the Outlaws. They're just trusting Sanders just to get the final few outs. And strike two now to Wayman. That one popped up. And will it be caught in foul territory? No, it won't. So the count stays full for Frank Wayman.
Catcher was just not about it. He just still got it.
10:15 p.m.
That ball landed, he cut. He could have caught it. He still got it.
10-3 game. We're now over the 3-hour mark. A lot of runs being scored, I think, has extended the game. Marsh is going to... Wayman rips that deep left field. That'll get behind the outfielder. That should score Marsh from second. Wayman with a standing double and RBI. Back-to-back RBI doubles for the Pios. Get a little offense going here. And just a pitching meeting out there with Sandridge. He's just going to tell him, hey, just don't worry about it. Just get the final few outs. Pios want to keep those bats hot, though. That'll bring up Joe Muzio. So the conference done. That'll bring up Joe Muzio. One 0 here. Muzio takes ball 2 now. There is now a player getting ready to warm up over in the Anianta bullpen. That one down the middle, or in the zone, strike one, even though Muzio was very close to the plate. Three and one. Muzio lines that foul. I think that actually blew Eugene Barber's helmet off for a second. Count now full. Fouled away. I think that went off of Muzio too. Looks like he's fine. 3-2 for Muzio. Strike three goes down looking, and Muzio not happy with it. I think it was just over the plate. He'll go back to the dugout. 2 away now. That'll bring up Lucas Phelps. Here's Phelps. Low ball 1. Hutter just talking quickly with Sandridge, getting him set for the next pitch. Phelps pops this one up. If it's caught in the outfield, it will end the inning. Shortstop tracking back. He gets it. Pios scored 2 on 3 hits. They strand 1. The 9th inning, right after this.
When you're on the go, your bank should go with you. You need to change the way you money. With Chemung Canal Trust Company, you can take control of your money your way. Whether you're multitasking from your home office, killing time at your kids' soccer practice, or jet-setting around the globe, now you can manage your money right from the palm of your hand. Change the way you money with Chemung Canal Trust Company. Chemung Canal Trust Company. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
With Chemung Canal's mobile banking services, you can get back to doing what you love most faster. At Chemung Canal, you chart your course and we'll help you get there. Chemung Canal Trust Company, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Top of the 9th, underway here at historic Dunn Field. And, well, that was a pretty long bottom of the 8th inning. Pioneers finally get some offense. 4 runs and 7 hits. Wonder if Sandridge is going to stay on the mound for the 9th inning, but Nick Ficcaro will. His first opponent is going to be Holub. Strike 1 on that outside corner. One and one. Two and one. Two and two here. fouled away, so the at-bat will continue. Three and two. That one sent deep left field. Charnetsky under it. One away, so long at bat will finally end with that fly out. And again, thank you for staying tuned tonight. It's definitely been a long one, and a lot of these just long at bats where it's just kind of a lot of dead space you can't do too much with. That's now going to bring up Hutter. He's the catcher, and tonight it's 1 for 3. I believe he's 1 for 3, yeah. 0-1 now. He also has a walk. That one outside, ball 1. Two and one there. That one taken a little high. Two. That one's lined and will get down in the gap for a base hit. Hutter is going to stay at 1 with a single. Looked like he was looking to go, but ultimately Pios fielded in time. 1 on with 1 away. Pios could try to find a double play here. They only had 1 earlier when it was a missed play on the base paths earlier in the game. On 1 now. Connor Cooney came on as a pinch fielder after the injury. Pickoff attempt and he's safe. One and one. One and two here with 1 away. Fouled away, 1 and 2 still. That one fouled away again. So we're still at 2-2. Fouled away again, so the runner who went will be stuck there. That one's going to be driven to center field and drops for another base hit. Charnetsky gets onto it, so runners will stay at first and second. So another long at-bat ending in a single. I'm pretty sure this might be the third or fourth at-bat in a row that has gone to a full count. Three-0 now. Stop the order again. Diso with one away. Diso's had a good game today. 2 hits, 2 for 5, and he'll get on base as there's a wild pitch. Runners will advance, but not able to score. Bases are now loaded with one away. Obviously, Ficcaro's just got a free pass. Just try to get through this inning. Doesn't matter if there's any struggles. And ball 1. Now 2-1. Boone up here. 2 for 4 today with a walk. Now it's 3-1. And ball 4. A run will come home via walk. That'll bring up Broderick now with one away. On 1. Oh, and that one hits him. And you could see Ficarro. He's just a little disappointed out there. It wasn't intentional, just slips from him. That's one of the other downsides of having a weird rotation or weird pitching motion. You can also lose control once or twice like that. A couple hit by pitches throughout the game for the Pios. I got to actually count them really quickly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, so only 5. And Drum's come out, and he's going to make, I think, a call to the pen here. Ficarro was able to eat a couple innings, but not finish the game. Disappointing for Nick, but obviously not a very high leverage spot, so he shouldn't be too disappointed. He was able to come out and help the team out and save some of the bullpen arms. Did a good job out there. Again, this was maybe the most least pressure of any start he can do, so. Let's see who's coming out now and into the game. Olszewski came off the bench, but yeah, you don't want to use Olszewski in a game like this. Instead, it looks like they might be bringing in Kyle Chmielewski, if I can tell that that's the hair. Or actually, he just might be fielding. Yeah, it's going to be Max Mandler, I think, on the mound. Yeah, Max Mandler is going to come onto the mound for the final inning of this game. Kyle Chmielewski will now be playing at second. So I definitely apologize for being a little bit quiet, but again, I've been just kind of dealing with a little bit of stuff. Again, thank you for tuning in. Yeah, here comes Max Mandler, baby. Excited to see him on the mound in a regular game. He'll be tasked with just getting 2 outs and getting out of the jam. This is his first appearance. We've seen him play in a couple interleague games before, but yeah, he'll be on the mound now. Keegan is going to be his first opponent. Polinsky and Hamer also due up, potentially to face, unless he gets a double play. Inside, ball 1. A little heat there for Mandler. Currently a 12-4 on the onset lead. That one called a strike. 1-1. One and two. I think the ump might be giving Mandler a tiny bit of the benefit of the doubt. As Keegan is thinking, ugh. Now it's a 1-2 for Keegan. That one's grounded hard and foul, so it stays 1-2. And he goes down swinging there. Couldn't hold up. And that is a strikeout for Max Mandler to get 2 away. It's 2 away with bases loaded. Can Max Mandler get out of the jam? Polinsky up now. And 0-1. That one, strike 2. You know, there might be occasional calls that are, say, maybe given That one was actually right down the middle. 0-2 for Polinsky. He's a triple and home run away from a cycle. Fouls that one away. Still 0-2. One and two outside. Can't get the swing and miss that time. 1-2 here from Mandler to Polinsky. 2-2. Three and two, full count. Outside, ball four and a run will come home. So tough there for Mandler. 13-4 lead for the Oneonta Outlaws. Mandler just needs to settle back in. He's facing Jelani Hammer, the AOF alumni. Oh. And Mandler accidentally hit him. That was like a fastball too, so definitely stings a little more. But it does score another run. Drigi, one more batter away from Oneonta batting through the entire order this half of the inning. Hammer's going to get to first, checked up with Trainer Kennedy really quickly. And that's disappointing, wasn't intentional. And I think he even kind of signals that, hey, I'm a position player. I'm sorry if I accidentally hit you there. It looks like he's fine, which is good, but that'll probably sting for a little bit. 14-4 lead. First pitch, ball one outside. Two and 0. And remember, Pioneers are going to be in Jamestown tomorrow. Make sure you tune in then. Hopefully, it'll be a more competitive contest, I'll say, than this. Oneonta, very well-deserved victory tonight, as it's now 3-0 count for Derigi. And now 4-0 count. And it's a 15-4 lead for Oneonta. And not sure what they're going to do here. No one warming up for the Pios. There you go, strike one this time. Mandler's perfect pitching record ended on that at-bat. 1-1. Or 2 bats ago, because 2 runs did come home. Or actually, he hasn't surrendered a run himself yet. This is Holub's second at-bat this inning. Now 1-2. Pios dugout cheering. Can Mandler actually have no earned runs? That one's popped up. And lands on the roof. 2 strikes, 2 away again. Pios, one more and they'll get out of the inning. And we'll go to the bottom of the ninth. The player who was warming up to start the inning probably is cold again at this rate. That one lined and Mandler still able to recover and he'll get the out at first. That will end the top of the ninth inning. I think we're going to go to Last Chance Saloon. I'm not fully sure. We'll be back right after this. Finnegan on the mound. He's throwing lefty. The site says he's a righty, but that's probably just another common PGCBL error. He'll be tasked with getting through the final inning of this game. Pios losing a lot to a little. Tomorrow night, of course, you can catch the Pios in Jamestown. Of course, feel free to enjoy the final inning here tonight. Odom, Charnetsky, and Scheider due up. Here's the first pitch from Finnegan. Ball 1. Last Chance Saloon here in the 9th inning. Sponsored by Bully Hill Vineyards. 1-1 now. 3 outs for the Pios. Otherwise, they got to try to make back an 11-run deficit. 1-2 now. That one's going to be lined right to right field and caught for the first out of the inning. Odom now falls to 0 for 4 in the day. That'll bring up Charnetsky. Charnetsky, 0-1. There's a little bit of heat on the outside corner. Swing and a miss, 0-2. Charnetsky has gone down 2 times today. He's 0 for 2, but got on base with a hit by pitch. High, ball 1. Charnetsky sends that one, but it's foul. 1-2 still. Swing and a miss. Charnetsky goes down. Sadly for him, that's the golden sombrero, his 3rd strikeout of the day. The Pios as a staff have had quite a few strikeouts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13. Pios down to the last out. Here comes Logan Scheider. He's had 3 at-bats where he's gone 0 for 3. He's also pitched a few innings in relief tonight. So he's had a lot of work, and he's going to take ball 1. One and 1. 1-1 here for Scheider. Fouled away. Pios down to their last strike. (69 degrees, 70 degrees or so here in Elmira. Just hovering there as we begin to enter the night. Just about 3 hours and 30 minutes or so for this game. 2 long ones in a row, but, you know, that top of the ninth definitely added some time with all that run scoring. Now the 1-2 to Scheider. High, ball 2. And strike 3. That'll end the game. Alianta wins. And a big one. 14 strikeouts. That's over half of the Pios outs were gunned down on strikes. Tough day for the Pios, but The Outlaws will now move to 500. Pios 11-15. Zeev Gar will take the loss, but sadly for him, he actually had the best performance out of most of the Pios pitchers. He went 3 innings and conceded just 3 earned. Just one tough little third inning set him up for defeat. Solid relieving outings from POTUS, Scheider, Ficarro, and of course Max Mantler coming in at the very end. And just a tough night overall. Also saw 2 little injuries. Lucini after an incident having to get out of the game, and Saulsville after a collision at home plate. Hopefully the 2 players are okay. Hopefully you can see Lucini tomorrow in Jamestown. But yeah, just an interesting game and a Pios defeat. I'm Taylor Storthy. Thank you all for watching, and catch us tomorrow night on the road in Jamestown for more Pios baseball.